Hey, everybody, we are live, and I'm really excited to talk about this contest between the Green Bay Packers visiting the host Las Vegas Raiders. And as befits a game of this magnitude on Monday Night Football, the National Football League on its website has a rather nifty preview page, which we're going to take a quick look at, which looks like this. And it goes, well, hey, Monday Night Preview, ta-da, just like that, right? GB at LV for those who are internet and more appropriate for this Twitter, you know, inclined. I don't want to say savvy because that connotes the wrong thing. But and on this day of the celebration of the fact that the Writers Guild of America agreement with the motion picture producers has been ratified, this is not produced by AI, and I am not an AI picture person. Just had to say that, just in the spirit of all these things, right? Now, GB versus LV, what is it all about? Well, it's about history. First of all, take a look at this players with the most receptions, touchdowns in primetime games in NFL history. Number one, the incomparable Jerry Rice with 46. Number two, the almost incomparable Randy Moss with 44, followed by Terrell Owens. Now, what do Jerry Rice and Terrell Owens have in common? They played together on the same San Francisco 49ers team at one point, followed by current, 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 I say again, current Las Vegas Raider Devontae Adams, followed by Antonio Brown, followed by Jimmy Graham. Now, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Jerry Rice has played for the Raiders. Randy Moss has. Terrell Owens should have. Devontae Adams does. Antonio Brown technically did for a minute. And Jimmy Graham almost did and should have. Interesting. Now, we have now been players to lead the NFL in receiving touchdowns in a season right here. We've got Devontae Adams with Green Bay in 2020 and then the Raiders last year, 2022. And then Randy Moss when he was with the Vikings for 98, 2000, and 2003. Again, that's players to lead the NFL in reception touchdowns in a season with two different franchises in the Super Bowl era. Terrell Owens, San Francisco, turn of the century, 2001. Well, 2001 is not the turn of the century, 2001. And again, the next year, 2002, and then with Dallas in 2006. And Paul Warfield, the legendary NFL Hall of Fame wide receiver with the Miami Dolphins, with the Cleveland Browns in 1968, and then, of course, Miami in 1971, the year that was also the year that they played against the Dallas Cowboys in Super Bowl VI, only to lose that contest. Now, most TFL in the NFL since 2009. I don't know what TFL means, so I'm going to skip that. But Max, whatever it is, and perhaps one of you out there listening can fill that in. TJ Watts, number one. Pittsburgh, 73. Max Crosby, 69. Aaron Donald with the Rams at 68. Myles Garrett with the Browns at 61. And Nick Bosa, San Francisco at 60. Interesting. Then we have Green Bay has 10 players under age 26 with a catch, the most in NFL in 2023. 10 players. As you can see this list here. And we have running backs with the most scrimmage yards since 2019. On this list, Derrick Henry, one, Dalvin Cook, number two, who's unfortunately out of the league at this point right now, looking for a job, I believe, unless he needs to be snatched up by somebody. Nick Chubb, Cleveland, and Josh Jacobs of Las Vegas, 6,231 scrimmage yards. Let's check that regarding Mr. Cook. Don't want to be wrong here. Dalvin Cook, because Dalvin Cook is he is with the Jets now. Dalvin Cook is with the Jets. I'm happy to be wrong, and he is with an excellent team in the Jets. Great mix of older and young running backs. So he's not old, older. I said that right. Okay, now we put this on here, and they put this on. Let's see here. Going down here, and I'm going to share this on Facebook. And open her up here. Note that we're live, and go here. Raiders, Real Raider Nation, and share it there. And then, whoops, no, share it on a group here. Raiders, One Team, One Nation, another great group. And then another one here. I'm sharing them different areas going around here, poking around, folks. Okay. And once more with feeling, put it right over here with the larger group right here. Sharing group, Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders relocation, and all that sort of rotten, as Cary Grant might say. Cary Grant's a famous actor. All right. And then we'll put it on LinkedIn just for grins, for shareable grins, as it were. Sharing a post here, go there, like that, and then go here. And lastly, we'll make one more adjustment before we get back to the discussion at hand. Hey, welcome everybody. Just making some small adjustments to the house, if you will, the internal house. Let's see here. Wait a minute. Put that there. Put that and bring it here. And hit that. Turn that from off to on. There. That panel you're looking at, if you're just arriving us, is from NFLcommunications.com. It's not on NFL.com. It's on the NFL Media website as a preview. So you don't have to be a member to check that out, but I'm showing it to you nonetheless. All right. So back to this. We've got Monday night. We've got Monday night preview here, and we have Josh Jacobs, as I was mentioning, and that's it. So these are the prime. Only rookie teammate in the NFL, each with 100 receiving yards during week 5. That's Jaden Reed and Luke Musgrave, both for the Packers. All right. And as I mentioned, regarding the Green Bay. So those are the main points that people the NFL wants you to know about in this preview, as I introduced it to you. And now we have the injury report from Monday night as we scroll down. And so going down here, going all the way down, we don't have anything. We have the Broncos and the Chiefs on Thursday night, and that's it. So we don't have any update here. So let's just go back and see if we missed the injury report that says Monday, week 6, but chances are they would have put the Raiders on here for injury report there. But let's see if that was the case. Injury report Saturday, Ravens game. And we have to scroll down to Green Bay. And there should be some information there as we do. Keep going down there, down. Going down. And Houston. Almost there, folks. Jacksonville. If there is Jacksonville. Right. So we don't have anything for Green Bay. We have the Chiefs. Yet. We have New Orleans Saints. And I'm going to keep scrolling down. The Giants. Limited practice. Jets. And Eagles. And quite possibly didn't. Tennessee Titans. Quite possibly didn't turn anything in. Interesting. Here it is. Green Bay Packers at Las Vegas Raiders. Status report. Zane Anderson with the Packers is out. Safety. Linebacker Lavondra Campbell is out with an ankle. Jair Alexander cornerback is questionable with a back problem. Rudy Ford safety is oblique. He has oblique, and so he's questionable. Running back Aaron Jones is also questionable with the hamstring problem in a foot. Practice report did not participate in practice Thursday. The same people I mentioned, Anderson, Campbell, and the safety. We're talking about Rudy Ford, and then Zane Anderson and Campbell didn't participate on Friday or Saturday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all the people that I mentioned were limited. In addition to John Runyon, guard for the Packers, Eric Stokes, cornerback, tackle, which unfortunately got cut out here by the name Zach Tom, a knee problem. And then as I extend this out, there's more names. Wide receiver, Christian Watson, hamstring problem. Full participation by tight end Luke Musgrave, he had suffered a concussion. Mr. Carrington Valentine, a bicep issue. The Raiders status report: cornerback Nate Hobbs out ankle. Devontae Adams and Jacorian Bennett hamstring are both questionable, as was cornerback David Long with ankle. Well, it is. And Adams didn't participate in practice either Thursday or Friday. He did on Saturday. Nate Hobbs participated in no practices for either day, any day, Thursday through Saturday. And then limited participation, we had Bennett, Max Crosby, knee, and then Jimmy Garoppolo, concussion, he's supposed to play. Malcolm groin, Kuntz groin, David Long ankle. And Bennett, Crosby, Malcolm Kuntz, and Long participated in practice on Friday, and then Saturday, Adams, Bennett, Crosby, and Long were in practice there in full participation. On Friday, Jimmy Garoppolo. Saturday, Marcus Epps had knee. Garoppolo participated, as did Malcolm Kuntz. And that rounds out the only injury report I could find for the Raiders over the last 4 days. And the most recent one, I should say, more important, the most recent one. So that rounds it out. Now, the question you're wondering is, all right, who I think will win the contest? I think the Raiders will win. It's not so much the matter of the Raiders have to win, but the Raiders, I believe, have the right attacking personnel, particularly in the running game, to produce significant yardage gains, like 4 to 5 yards. I call significant. In other words, the way I think about football is, hey, look, if I can run the ball and gain 4 to 5 yards every play, I don't have to pass. And then passing becomes a luxury. The Raiders could do that arguably against the Green Bay Packers. And in fact, if you take a look at NFL defense, all right, rankings for 2023, according to Fox Sports, I'm not going to go with Fox Sports. I'll go with team defense by the NFL, but their page is really slow to open. The NFL defensive passing stats there. I'll go with Sportsnot. Let's see if their page opens better. Sportsnot. What today in the slow opening web pages on all of these different sites, but it's a problem. And so, but the best defense in the NFL right now, total defense, is the Browns. All right. And the Fox Sports website, as I scroll down, has total defense: the Browns, Cowboys, Ravens, Lions, 49ers, Bills, Falcons, Chiefs, Rams, Patriots, Saints, 11th, Titans, 12th, Texans, Panthers, Buccaneers, Eagles, Jaguars, Raiders, Giants, Vikings, and the Packers at 21st. So the Raiders are 4 spots ahead of the Packers, and both in the lower half of the NFL in terms of total defense. So there you go. I again reiterate that the Raiders could be very successful against the Packers running the ball tonight, and I believe that's what will happen. And the Packers defense does not put in a good enough performance to warrant the idea that their offense can go with making a mistake or two and the Packers can win. The Packers have a habit of falling behind of late. They did it with most notably the Saints, and they did it the game after that. And in the case of the Saints, they did win. In the case of the context after that, they did not. But they have a habit, the Packers do, of producing game plans that are not quite adequate to the contest, going in at halftime, making some really great adjustments, and then coming out. But the trouble is, it really begs the question: why is it that when they start out, they fall behind teams so quickly? And my theory is that they don't look at the right aspects of play calling and team preparation and operation when they produce their game plans. And so they almost invariably wind up making wholesale changes to their game plan at halftime and then coming out and executing those plays better because they have a better idea of what to attack and what to do. So, how to change that? They need to change it by looking at what teams and being prepared for how a team will actually play in a game and then making those adjustments. And if they're using a script offensively, then have little tree mark-offs in the script where they can actually make changes faster during the first half rather than waiting to the second half. And they need to have a constantly updated effort of defensive of acquisition of both defensive and offensive data in the first half and adjustment. How else to explain what they're going through? It's a pattern with them. So it's going now for the Raiders. The Raiders' problems have been not so much on the matter of preparation because, well, one can argue that, but I argue it's not so much a matter of preparation, but it's a matter of design. In other words, their defense needs to settle down to a more basic, simple base coverage and approach, really, that harkens back to the Raiders of old, where you're saying we're going to play man for man, we're going to play four-man front, we're going to have a particular personnel. The Niners do that defensively, and they've been very successful. The 4-3 defense with big, fast defensive linemen who can penetrate quickly and bat the ball at the drop of a hat, literally. That's what the Niners bring to the table that the Raiders at one point in their heyday had, because it was standard fare to have a four-man front defense with a middle linebacker, the model being Dick Butkus, rest in peace. But today it's different. I'm not saying that you can't adjust for the speed of defenses. You can. You have better, faster players. That's really the idea. But you have to get into the backfield faster. The Raiders don't play fast enough on defense by design, and it's by scheme design. So I think that has to change. That, unfortunately, barring a mid-season change, that's not going to happen until the end of the year, going into the next year, just like the previous year. The Raiders still need to get their defense right. All right, that's all I've got to say. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to Zennie62 on YouTube, and please bookmark Oakland News Now blog.com, oaklandnewsonline.com, zenniereport.com, our newest website, and our mainstay, Zennie62blog.com. Thank you.